Welcome back to Rodecast, guys. Hope you're doing well out there. I'm your host, Rod, as always. And in this video, we're going to be looking at more ICE arrests coming out of Chicago. This time, two criminal illegal aliens with long rap sheets ran into a school or drove into the parking lot and then ran into the school. And ICE was forced to chase them inside. And guess who's mad about this situation? Yeah, you got it right. Open borders liberals inside the school were trying to basically get in the way of the ICE arrest and screaming at the ICE agents. They don't even know who these people are, as I always tell you, but they try to defend them anyways because they just see a bunch of Mexicans or some kind of Latinos and they assume we got to be on their side and against the ICE agents.
Right, Marie, and the superintendent said it happened around 8:30 this morning in front of students who take part in special programming. Many of them very shaken by what happened, and he noted that about 40% of their student population is Hispanic.
Yeah, that's because the entire freaking city has been invaded by illegal aliens from south of the border. That's why 40% are Hispanic.
It happened right outside the front doors to the school around 8:30 Thursday as some students and staff watched Border Patrol agents take two men into custody, Josefat Garcia Roa and Samuel Suarez Cuevas, according to the Department of Homeland Security. A spokesperson said they had been previously deported and their criminal histories included kidnapping, domestic violence, and domestic battery.
So let's take a look at it. These are the people that they're defending. All the people outside yelling at the ICE agents that you just saw, the staff and some of the students. Kidnapping, domestic violence, domestic battery, assault, battery, interfering with report of domestic violence. That's after they beat their Juanitas. They don't want them to report it to the police. That's what that means. Felony possession of cocaine, violating bail, criminal damage, DUIs resulting in a revocation of driver's license, but they were driving anyways. Prior deportations, which means that they broke back into the country after an immigration judge had ordered them removed. That means they're felons. Even when it comes to the immigration context, they committed a felony. Okay. Plus all the other felonies that you see on the screen. These were the people that ICE was trying to arrest. They ran into the school during a chase, so they had to follow them inside because they're literal dangerous felons. And ICE is going to go after those people. And instead of focusing on the good work that ICE did, they're mad at ICE because they went into a school. Oh no, the kids saw police officers doing their job. What will they do? How will they recover? Okay, this is what they're worried about. Not the violent criminals who are beating their wives at home that were arrested, foreigners who should have never been here, illegal aliens. That's not what they're worried about. Not the violent criminals, but the police. But the students had to see the police doing their job. Oh no, that we can't have that. The police have to do their work at night during the dark where kids can never see it. This is the new logic of the left.
Domestic battery. Gurnee police said the two men led the officers on a high-speed chase that started outside of Gurnee. DHS said that during that 10-minute chase, Garcia Roa hit several vehicles, and during one crash, his car lost a tire. He then pulled into the Warren Township High School parking lot and ditched the car. Garcia Roa was taken into custody in the parking lot. They just took two people! Not even a police officer! DHS.
They're federal police officers, you stupid bee. Look at this. It's a bunch of white women and a bunch of fucking Mexicans and yelling at the ICE agents because they arrested violent criminals. They don't even know who these Juans are, but they automatically defend them because they're not white, so they automatically defend them. They don't even know what the criminal rap sheets are. The ICE agents, they know. That's why they were chasing them.
Garcia Roa was taken into custody in the parking lot. They just took two people!
They just took people!
DHS said Suarez ran.
They're so stupid that they don't know that ICE agents are federal police officers with arresting authority. Okay, that's how stupid these idiot liberals are who are trying to get in the way of ICE. They don't know anything about the law, nothing, zero. Okay, but they want to talk about constitutional rights. These animals don't have any constitutional rights. They don't have any rights. We can drag them away after we give them an immigration hearing. Okay, ICE can deport them. Homeland Security can deport them. And ICE can arrest them.
DHS said Suarez ran into the high school where Superintendent Danny Weistman tells me they reviewed surveillance video of the suspects and Border Patrol entered a side door that special programming students were using at the time. He said a Border Patrol official called him later today to explain what happened.
And he did confirm that they don't actively pursue schools or churches and their teams are not doing that.
They should do that. They should stop being pussies and should pursue these Juans anywhere they go. Now that's Todd Lyon, who needs to be replaced, preferably by a strong white woman who's a conservative and who cares about our country. Whoever chose Todd Lyons, it's only because of his experience. He has no balls whatsoever. He's a pussy, okay? And he's not getting the job done. He's so cowardly. He won't even use the powers that they have, okay? Trump did the right thing, or Stephen Miller got Trump to do the right thing and got rid of this protection for churches and schools and other places so we can hunt down the illegal aliens anywhere. But they're not doing it. Todd Lyons is the biggest pussy I've ever seen in my life. Kristi Noem is the man, and we need a replica of Kristi Noem as head of ICE. Because Todd Lyons is not cutting it in any way, shape, or form. He's pathetic, and needs to be fired yesterday.
But if there was an active threat, obviously this is a scenario where their agents felt compelled to come onto the school district grounds to keep staff and students safe. I don't know what's going on in their heads at that time, but that is what it aligns with what he told me.
Really, bro? You can't figure it out? Violent, illegal Juans were breaking into your school, and the ICE agents pursued them to stop them from breaking into the school and staying there and potentially harming the kids that are inside. You can't figure it out. You don't know what's inside their head. What's inside their head was, we got to get these criminals out of this school so they don't harm the children. Okay, the only people looking out for the children here are not the dirty immigrants or the freaking illegal lovers, but it's only the ICE agents who are getting the criminals dragged out of the school. They're the ones who are looking out for the children. And the kids will recover from seeing a bunch of criminals dragged away by the police. They'll recover from that. They've seen that in movies many times. This crap about how, the children are going to be hurt if they see people being arrested. Who's buying these arguments, man? Because I'm not. Some illegal alien got arrested at the school. Wow. What a traumatic experience. Please, man.
Now, there are reports that some of the agents may have run into or bumped into some of those students as they were entering the
So
building.
what?
The superintendent says that's possible because they were just exiting as all of this was happening. Police said no one was injured in all of this. Now, a spokesperson from DHS told us in a statement, quote, Border Patrol does not conduct enforcements near schools, but will not allow criminal illegal aliens to put the public in harm's way. Reporting in Gurnee, Megan DeMar, CBS News Chicago investigators.
Yeah, I don't like that statement either, because that makes it look like they did something wrong. The ICE agents did exactly the right thing. Their concern is to make sure that the criminals are caught. Okay. Somebody bumped into a student. Who cares, man? What kind of do you see the excuses they're making? They will not rest until they find an excuse that makes ICE look bad and somehow try to make the illegals look good. Although in this one, they couldn't do that. So they didn't really try because they're literal criminals with rap sheets. So they didn't try to do that. But the people at the school, they were still trying to get in the way of ICE arresting these criminal illegal aliens who did domestic battery and then tried to prevent their partners from reporting it to the police. Okay, that's what kind of Juans these were. But they were still the people in the school, the Bleeding Heart Open Borders people there in Chicago, they were still trying to stop these criminals from being arrested. And they don't even care. They don't know anything about these people. They see a bunch of freaking taco eaters being chased by ICE agents, and they automatically assume, we got to go help them. We got to help the Juans. Even if they're violent savages, will beat us. You saw women there trying to stop these people. These are literal people who committed domestic battery against their partners. And we got white women and Mexican women trying to stop these two from getting arrested. These are the kind of self-hating people that exist in America on the left. Okay. They only think one thing. They're not white, so we got to protect them. That's it. They're racist to the core. Okay. If it was a white guy getting arrested, none of these women would speak up for not a second. If it's a white guy, they wouldn't lift a finger. But if it's a Mexican, they'll try to get in the way. That's how these people work. Disgusting. Anyways, just another day in Chicago, and ICE doing a great job. Okay. If you ever see an ICE agent, go buy them something and give them a compliment for the great job they're doing. That's all I got to say for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next week.